Good morning, everybody. Can you let me know if I'm live? I should be. I've set everything up correctly, but it's acting a little bit weird. So could you let me know if I'm live right now? Because if I'm not, I might have to go back in and restart the show. So fingers crossed I am. I'm going to wait until the chat joins in. So we're doing here. Everyone's saying good morning. Yeah, we're live. Good? Is that what's going on? Everyone's saying good morning. Everyone's saying morning. Still, we are good. Someone's saying, most of you are saying yes, you're live. Some saying not. Right, good. No, Auntie's saying I'm not live. We're live. Why do people say no? Good morning, everybody. Right. Oh, well, that's playing up. I've got YouTube for that. Odd. Anyway. Good morning, everybody. Sam here, United People's TV. I apologise if you hear some stuff in the background today. I'm getting some stuff done in my house. Outside. So there's some noises. So you might be able to hear it on the back of the mic. We'll find out. Anyway, shall I tell you what's on for today's show? We're going to be speaking about the Champions League. We're going to be speaking about Fulham at the weekend. We're going to have a conversation about Lammens, a little bit on Ligt, a little bit on plenty. All right? Who's here? I can see all the chat coming in now. We are live. That was just a bit weird. I don't know why it was doing that. Right. We've got Ant, who's been very helpful as always. Thank you very much, mate. Alex and Steph, good morning to both of you. Maddie, you're here as well. Can I say quickly before we get started, because Maddie's reminded me, tonight, if you want to tune in, I think it's 6:30 on Discord. You've got Nick and Dan from the podcast who are going to be coming into the Discord. I think it's either a voice chat or just getting involved. As I said, it's an ambition of mine this year to, maybe I haven't said it, it's an ambition of mine this year to bring more faces into United People's TV. And Nick and Dan are two guys that I really think have got a lot of potential. So make sure you get involved with that. And some members, we've got Kev, we've got Rofi, we've got Assam, we've got Chris, we've got some non-members too. We've got Sheldon, got the Ramanan, liking that, and Flanagan Mambisville. It's a heck of a name. Good morning to you. Shall we get on with today's show? And first things first, can we start with this? Everybody loves a goal-scoring goalkeeper. Come on. Goal-scoring goalkeepers. I talk about what my favourite goals are. Can I add goal-scoring goalkeepers into that? Yeah, you can. I mean, when was the last time a United goalkeeper scored? Was it really that bad? Was it as far back as Schmeichel? Nah. Anyway, last night, if you missed it, Benfica's goalkeeper goes up last second against Real Madrid. They're 3-2 up, but they need to get four. They need to get a fourth for the goal difference to get into the playoffs or the Champions League. Boom. Keeper comes up. Bam. Heads it in. Actually, a cracking header too. And fun fact. This here is Senny playing for Bruges. Bam. As Senny knocking one in as well. Against Real Madrid as well. I think that was for the... was that for the youth team? I think it must have been the youth team considering it's an empty stadium. It's definitely the youth team. Anyway, goalkeepers love scoring against Real Madrid. So does Senny. But yeah, you got to love that. You got to enjoy that. I'll be totally honest though. And it's probably because United are in absolutely no European football and I don't really care. I didn't watch any of the Champions League. I know that's only going to really be me that's saying that. But probably disconnected. Anyway, Champions League is going to be the first conversation for today. You can see there, English teams absolutely dominating. In the top 8 in the Champions League, new group stage, go through to the round of 16 without going into a playoff round. And 5 of those 8 teams are Premier League teams. Now, that is good news for Manchester United's chances for the Champions League next season because of this. Right? England is absolutely on course for the 5th Champions League spot. Of course, we all know what happens. We get 4 Champions League spots, but there is another 2, I think, up for grabs that get given on the coefficient of which country's teams perform the best in the Champions League this season. Now, it's not guaranteed that England get it. Yeah, I'll be honest. England would do well to balls it up from this position. In terms of the coefficient, you can see how many teams are active still in the Champions League. All bloody 9. Is that 9? No, that's European competition, sorry, not Champions League. But all English teams are still in, and the coefficient is significantly high. I think it's the top 2 that get a place. So it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. You know what's hilarious? Spurs being 4th in that competition. Mate, what are teams in that competition doing? How on earth? And that Liverpool team are 3rd. Nutty. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, it's good news for United's ambitions for the Champions League next season. Because that 5th spot, while not guaranteed, it pretty much is, right? It pretty much is. Brian, you're saying the poster arrived today from the quiz. Congratulations, dude. We've got so many more to give. I can't wait till I can show you what I've got here. It's stuff for a new... It's the refreshed studio look. I'm building it over here. And I reckon we'll probably have it in place. I reckon give it a couple of weeks. Because I've got to wait for the shirts to come. But I reckon in 2 weeks' time we'll get a really nice, refreshed and new. I'm going to update these as well. I've got some more mounts over there. I want to put the Beckham poster up. None of you have seen the Beckham one. What other ones have I got? I've got a Scholes one. Legend. Bit of a twat. Anyway, got that. I've got a Giggs one. What's the last one I've got? Can't remember off the top of my head. Keane. Also a bit of a twat. Anyway, what else are you saying down here? How did Spurs get... I had no idea why Spurs got 4th. No idea. Someone's saying we don't need it. I'm guessing you're not talking about Champions League because, yeah, we kind of need it. United can't go another season without European football, and we can't have... We are a club that has Champions League budgets, and we need Champions League income, Champions League revenues. Rich, thank you very much, dude. You're saying I enjoyed your chat on the Nepal podcast yesterday. I joined in with if you missed it, the Nepalese supporters club reached out, so I just did a little Instagram live with them for half an hour. Kind of a different sort of conversation. And it's something that I'll tell you something that's going through my head with the content that we're doing right now. I'd love to not necessarily bring new formats to United People's TV, but I'd like to refresh what we're doing. So it's something that we're talking about in the background as a team. Like, what can we bring that we're not currently doing, or what can we improve that we currently do? So these are the conversations that are going on behind the scenes. So if you see any change in the next couple of weeks, it'll be because of that. And happy 16th birthday to your daughter as well. Just unfortunate you're her dad. I'm all in joking, man. I don't know why I went. Geordie came out at me there. No idea why. Anyway, looks like a 5th spot is going to be enough for United. And as it stands, the way that we're playing in this Premier League, we're looking good for it. Of course, opinions may well change after what happens against Fulham. And we'll speak about the Fulham game in a little bit. Can I just say to everybody, the latest episode of the podcast is out now on Spotify and Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. So if you want to go and enjoy it, make sure you do. And it's going to be released tonight at around about 7, 8 p.m. on YouTube as well. So the video format's going to be coming out tonight if you want to wait for that. Good morning to you. Who's that? Rego. Big up to you, John. Gifting 10 memberships. Yeah, ledge. Make sure you go into Discord and make sure you tune in for that chat tonight with Nick and Dan. I want to talk a little bit about some transfer news that isn't related to United, but I think is worthy of a conversation. Mate, that Raheem Sterling situation that went on in Chelsea was... Ugh. I think he was there. Was he not their highest earner? I swear he was their highest earner. Anyway, he was frozen out all season. He was proper like Raheem Sterling bomb squad. Didn't train with the first team. Isolated. Trained on his own. They've now terminated his contract. How was that for a waste of money? Whew. Random. Just wanted to bring that up. And a couple of other things that I wanted to have a little comment on. I saw this. This is from David Ornstein this morning, right? Crystal Palace looking to sign Strand Larsen from Wolves. Presumably, that's because Mateta's going to be sold to wherever he's sold to. But 45 mil plus 5. Mate, what? What am I missing? 50 mil. we talk about this so much. It is impossible to understand the value of a Premier League footballer anymore. It really is. Just makes you like Wolves. Like that's got to be like Jorge Mendes written all over that. That's just incredible. I don't know how much he was signed for, but I'm just looking at that going, 50 mil. Man, it's laughable. It is what the Premier League is now. But yeah, presumably that's going to be Mateta leaving. It would be hilarious if Mateta goes to Nottingham Forest. I don't think he will. But after what happened with Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest last season with the FA Cup, the European spot, blah, blah, blah. A few days to go, no need to sell, that's why. John, well, given the fact that Wolves are about to go down and the prices of their players are very much going to go down with them, that I would disagree with. They're selling at the peak. So, anyway, they got a hell of a deal there. Who's that? Siam, thank you very much, dude, as well to you. Gifting 10 memberships. All of you. What's that button do?
Cunha Bruno, Luke Shaw, Cunha.
Original. That's going to be like the goated sound effect, isn't it? I need to get that Paul Cleverley lad on the, get him on the podcast. Get him to talk about the tune. That'd be good. Oh, you're talking about Mateta, right? Fair enough. He was signed for 25 mil. Maybe that's a fair reflection then? I don't know. It's a bit weird. Then this one. Last bit of transfer news. There is no transfer news, mate. No, I told you I'm not going to sell you some false dreams and some false hopes about some secret transfer. It's not going to happen. Unless... Oh, that's a bit loud. Really is quite unfortunate that the work that's getting done is literally the opposite side of that wall. Come on. What can I do? What can I do? A little bit of goody good morning. Can't even hear that. Anyway, I want to speak about Oscar Bobb. Man, that is going straight through my head. Oscar Bobb, the reason I've got Oscar Bobb here is because, of course, he's signing for Fulham. And 27 mil for Oscar Bobb? May City get mad prices for their players. But I don't know whether he's going to be in the squad to face United at the weekend. Do you reckon he'll be in it? So he's doing his medical on Thursday. Games on Sunday. Oh, that's literally against the wall. Come on. To be fair, I'm getting like a new garden gate. Got to drive down there, and they're taking out the old fences and putting a new one in. That's them literally drilling the wall that is behind that. I don't know if he's going to be available for the weekend. That's my question. But if you're having your medical on Thursday, presumably he'd probably have to be registered by Friday. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out. Maybe be on the bench, maybe not be registered. No idea. Let's run through. I want to have a conversation about this. So I enjoyed doing that video yesterday because it felt really simple to do. Like the amount of videos that we've done, the amount of research that I've done and spoken about different systems and this and that and players inverting and players going over there and three at the back and then one person pushes up there and it creates this and that. It's been quite tough to keep on top of as United fans. What Carrick has done in these first couple of games has been really effective, really quite simple, and it's worked. And that's what I did in that video. So I kind of covered it in 3 parts. I was like, United shape in possession, United shape out of possession, and a more disciplined press. Robbie, you're saying he's got to be registered by 12 on the Friday of the match weekend. So Oscar Bobb's got to be registered. Well, if he has his medical today, maybe he will be in. I don't know. May not go into the starting 11 anyway. But watch that video. I think you'll enjoy it. That's the one I did yesterday on Carrick. And just the approach that we've seen in these first 3 games. I wanted to pull this up as well. No, there's nothing about noise gates for suppressions, dude. There's literally a masonry drill in the wall behind me that's 7 feet away that no noise gate and no suppression is going to be stopping. No matter how directional your microphone is, don't you worry about that. I'm just going to have to try and deal with it. Apologies if it sounds like I'm just guffing this entire time, which I actually am. I'm just sitting here farting. There is no work point. I've just had a lot to eat last night. But yeah, this is what Carrick's been getting up to this week. It's fair to say he's had a busy week. Tuesday was watching the under-21s when they beat Sporting. Friday, watched the under-18s at Old Trafford in the FA Youth Cup. Sunday, United beat Arsenal at the Emirates. And on Monday, he was back watching the under-21s again. This time beating Brighton. Nice. Busy week. Because that was... Amorim went to some academy games. I believe he kind of only went to the ones that were at Carrington. He did go to some. But optics impacts Manchester United managers and head coaches. He's had a very busy week. He's been watching all the teams. Pretty successful week as well, by the way. Under-21s winning twice. Beating Arsenal. And the under-18s beating Derby in extra time in the FA Youth Cup. That's pretty good. Right. Do you know if we've got a set-piece specialist in Carrick's backroom staff? Well, we don't. Jonathan Woodgate's not one. Steve Holland's not one. Travis Binion's not one. Johnny Evans isn't one. Neither is Michael Carrick. So we've lost that in that sense. Man, I'm still so pissed off about this. I'm just pissed off for him. Nick mentioned it on the pod. It's quite literally like the week of his life as a footballer so far is what Dorgu has just had. Scoring that goal against City, scoring that goal against Arsenal, United beating City at Old Trafford, beating Arsenal at the Emirates, Dorgu playing a central role in both of those games. Premier League Player of the Week, probably going to be Manchester United Player of the Month. Ballon Dorgu, Dorgy best, boom, injury. Man, that sucks so much, man. Really, really does. But anyway, congratulations to him for winning Premier League Player of the Match week. Richly deserved. Someone down there saying, turning into a cult hero already? I mean, calm down. Right? No one's saying that Dorgu's a cult hero. But I'm just... United fans, or maybe just football fans in general, right? Very quick to write players off. Very quick to write players off. If they don't do it within the first, what would you say? 4-6 games? Nah, it's not good enough. Got to go out on loan. No, United have made a mistake. It's just not really... Mate, come on. Drill somewhere else. The amount of work that we've been getting done at this place, man, it's dead distracting. I apologise about that. Normally I'm alright, but I can't get I can't get over this one. Anyway, Dorgu. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a short show, ladies and gents, today. There's no way that I'm gonna carry this on. Šeško will be a beast as well, says Daz. People writing Šeško off. I wouldn't say United fans are writing Šeško off. And it's something I covered in when I spoke about the Mbumo and Cunha video from earlier this week. When I spoke about something I'm really happy that they're doing. I feel like I'm shouting, man. I've got tiles being cut over there and drilling over there, for fuck's sake. I'm normally pretty good with distractions. This is hard. Something I was really happy about with Mbumo and Cunha is the fact that they're taking the spotlight away from Šeško and allowing him to develop a little bit quieter in the corner. And I think that's a good thing. I know you can hear me over it, Maddie. I can't hear myself. I'm literally shouting. It's like I'm surrounded. Anyway, let's speed through today's show. I know it's not too bad for you, Matt, but I promise you, it's going through my head. That's why it's got a good mic. Right. Anyway, Rashford, Hansi Flick's happy with him. Good. Pay out the money. Good. Lovely. Let's move on. Right. Fulham. Oh, get the hammer out as well. Come on. Do you want to just come in here and just play the music? Anyway. As soon as I stop, it goes down. As soon as we start, build it up. There we go again. There we go. Right. Get some headphones on. I should get my noise cancelling headphones. Where are they? Oh, they're outside. Damn it. Anyway, let's speak about the game against Fulham, because that's what we all want to talk about, I think. So next 10 minutes, maybe we'll wrap up after half an hour. We'll have a little 10-minute chat about the Fulham game. I'll get your predictions in now, and we'll do another one tomorrow. What's your prediction? Right? United win. Draw. Fulham win. Let's get that there. Yeah, they're doing it on purpose, man. Start a YouTube, a construction YouTube channel. Do you know how crap I would be? I have many talents in life. DIY is not one of them. Basically, my hands are so crap now when it comes to finer movements, just because of the condition, I can't do it. It's really frustrating, if I'm being completely honest. There's nothing I can do about it. I wish I could do more work, but I can't. I am crap at DIY. Good at deconstruction. Ask me to destroy something. Yeah, good, nice. Ask me to do anything that requires any sort of fine skills. Definitely not. Captain Basil. Now, that's a top tier name, by the way. Thank you for gifting 20. Can you just let them know outside just to chill for the next, 15 minutes? What you got to do? Next time I've got to come with ear protection. Right, let me see what you're saying for the poll. And you're saying just play Cunha and Bruno. I need to dance some more. I'm guessing you've all just been randomly dancing in the kitchen. No idea why. Oh, you know exactly why. Just starts randomly. Let me see what you're saying on the poll. At 91%, woof, United fans are confident now. Right? 91% of you. You're saying the United win. I would very much take that. Now, one thing I would say, ahead of the game, if you are going to the game, there is a protest that's organised by the 1958. I encourage you to get involved in. It's going to be 2 starting points. You can see there, one at the top of Sir Matt Busby Way and one outside Hotel Football. Both protests converging towards the Trinity statue and then on towards the Munich Tunnel. It's going to be peaceful and hopefully it'll be powerful. So if you're going to the game, make sure you get there a little bit early. Kick-off, of course, is 2 p.m. 1 p.m. the protest will start in those 2 places. Now, picks. I'll speak about that in my preview tomorrow. How do you replace Dorgu? Because there are choices you can have. What would you choose? There are choices you can. There are different options. You know, we'll get that question up first before I move on to the second bit. There's one question I want to ask you, which I guarantee you nobody gets the answer to. Danny, I've been randomly pretending that I'm surfing every day since Sunday. She's going to make a cup of tea and he's like, why am I doing it again? For fuck's sake. She's going to the toilet. Really awkward to wee when you're surfing like that. All over the shop. Missing the bowl. Someone's saying Lacey. It's not going to be Lacey. Someone's saying Cunha. Asek and Carl, you're both saying Cunha to start. Brian, you're saying Cunha. There's different options. I think you could, in theory, you could play Cunha, which seems like the obvious choice. You could play, if you wanted to, you could play Ahmad on the left, so it's the same-footed player, and then play Šeško through the middle and Mbumo back to the right, shifting them both a little bit. You could play Lacey there, I suppose. You could play Mount there, I suppose. There's options inside this squad. But United are favourites for this game. Let me see what you're saying. Mike's, you're saying either straight for Cunha or shift Mbumo and play Šeško. And you could play Mbumo there. And then play Ahmad on the right. And then play Šeško up front. Could happen. Right, I think the drilling might stop for a little bit. I can hear myself talk. Dude, damn it. Why did I say anything? I'm going to hear won't be an easy game, says Siegs. Mate, Fulham are 7th. Bloody 7th. How are Fulham 7th? Mad. Now, I want to ask you this question. 1 second, let me count these. 1, 2, that's all 20. Right. There's 17 teams in this list I'm about to show you. Goals scored against low blocks in the Premier League since last season. Where do you think United rank in this list I'm about to show you? There's 17 teams on it. Presumably they kicked out the 3 that got relegated. I mean, I'm guessing so, right? So there's 17 teams left. Where are United in this list? First or 17th? Somewhere in between. Fire it in the chat. Imagine having a dentist as a neighbour, is that a good thing? Maybe not. Someone's saying Lacey on the bench. Yeah, Lacey is back for this game. He was back for the last game as well, wasn't he? Right. Let's see what you're saying down here. Ashwin, you're saying 16th. Hayden saying 14th. Chris saying 17th. So's Fire saying 17th. Timeless saying 17th. JC saying 16th. Rob saying 15th. I'm about to blow your goddamn mind. Now, I don't know exactly how Sky Sports have managed to get these stats up, but I'm going to assume that they've done it correctly. United are 4th amongst Premier League teams in goals scored against low blocks. And that's made me double take. How is it that we're 4th and I feel like I feel about when United play teams who sit in a low block? It's just made me go like, what? Honestly, it's made me probably go, what? How's it? How? Exactly how? I don't know. I don't know how those stats. How did they pull those stats together? Have they got any evidence here? I want to look through this a bit more. Helped by a succession of strikes from outside the box. 3 more than Newcastle, got 16. Excluding goals per 100 phases against low block. How did they come up with that one? Newcastle and Manchester United rank close. Yeah. It's mad. What's this one? Percentage chance of facing low blocks. I don't know how to figure that one out. But yeah, that shook me. I don't know whether it would be gaslighting, dude. It's just I don't know how they figured the stats out, but they're suggesting that United are actually one of the most effective teams at scoring against low blocks, which I kind of find hard to believe. Now, I asked a question on the pod yesterday, which I'm going to ask you now. If you had to choose one way which you think is the most effective way to get through a low block, what do you think it is? What do you want to see United do against Fulham? Because Fulham I think they've been pretty good defensively this season. Their attack is going to be quite dangerous. Was it Harry Wilson? Is it Kevin? Raul Jimenez, is he still playing up front for them? Don't actually know. Emil Smith-Rowe, of course. But if you had to choose one tactical approach or one style or just one element of United's attack that you think is the best way to unpick a low block, what is it? John, you're going for long balls into the box. King saying stoke it. And you're saying baiting the press. I don't think you can bait the press of a low block. That's kind of the exact reason why it's a low block. They don't get baited by your press. They stand in and around their box. You can try your best to bait the press, but they will not be baited. A good low block ignores any press. And you're saying crossing. Paul's saying getting behind, counter-attacking at pace. Brian, you're saying that good old Thunderbastard from outside the box. Set pieces, long throw-ins, shot from outside the box. Crossing for Sheshko. One-touch passes will open a low block. Quick possessive football. I think there's a lot of good options down there. Probably the three most effective that I think. Number one, crosses. It really feels like crosses, and they're kind of especially early crosses, are a good way to negate a low block. Now, that's going to have to require proper runners in behind. So you're probably looking at Mbumo and you're looking at Sheshko to do that. And you're also going to need the crosses. That's one way of doing it, I think. Another way, shots from outside the box. I think that's important too. Someone down there saying an early goal. Like, Brian, an early goal here would be brilliant. And someone's saying down there about width. Two things with the width. Number one, width can stretch, open the low block and create runners that can run through. That is correct. But you're going to have to be able to move it side by side. That's probably one of the things I'm looking out for the most against Fulham. Because it may well, and it's likely that we're going to be in situations where we're towards the edge of their box and we've got the ball. United can't, and this is a big thing about tempo, United can't just get towards the edge of Fulham's box. And like Nick is saying, Fulham don't play with a low block though. I think the reason we're having this conversation is because we anticipate that United are likely to have more possession than we've had against City and Arsenal. United will be, as you can see right there, expected to win this game of football. And bingo, it's exactly it, Alex. It's about moving the ball quicker. It's not just about creating width. It's not about going from left to right. If United go from the left-hand side to the right-hand side slowly, Fulham will shift across. And they'll just keep shifting across. But if you move it with zip, sometimes a transitional switch, crossfield ball, diagonals, they're needed. That's going to be a big reason and a big way to unpick a organised defence. So you can call it that if you want. Instead of how do we unpick a low block, how do we unpick a very organised and tight defence? Kind of a bit like what United have done these last two games. We've played with quite a, I would say more of a mid-block, but we've really defended our box well and hit them really hard on the transitions. Very organised, very difficult to break down. And the two best teams in the league couldn't really create from open play against us. Arsenal needed set pieces. City didn't score. But we were expected to win this game. Yeah, Debbie, I've got no doubt. Michael Carrick and his staff, Steve Holland, they would have done their research. They would know what the weaknesses of Fulham are. But they're seventh for a reason. They're going to be organised and it's going to be difficult. So that's what I'm most interested to watch in this game. I'll go back to the poll there. 700 votes are in and 91% of you are saying United win. And I hope the 91% of you are correct. Oh, right, what are we saying down here? I'm enjoying reading the chat this morning. Thank you all for getting involved, by the way. I do hope you enjoy these shows. I do. Daz, you're saying we'll score in the first minute. Mate, if I want a Harry Maguire header, bam, in. An early goal changes everything. An early goal rips up any game plan that Fulham might have had and forces them to play. That is the best way to unpick a team that maybe wants to sit deeper. Score early. Because you change it. I'd love to see that. If you're looking at how United played against City, mate, we kind of put the afterburners on in the first minute. Should have been 1-0 up after 3 minutes. And we were just a better team from the first minute to the 90th minute. It was probably one of the first games this season where you've looked at it and gone, I'm looking at a team that actually kind of looks like they're benefiting from playing one game a week. That was the sort of level and output that we had against City. Will we be that? I suppose that's the intent I speak about. I want to see that sort of intent against Fulham. I can't wait until the time where Old Trafford just becomes a place that people are scared to come again. Like, I know we went an entire season undefeated under Ten Hag, and that's the last time that we had that. Old Trafford is such an... Players love coming to Old Trafford. Oh, Mum, I've played at Old Trafford. Like, it's a bucket list moment for any player who hasn't done it before. Anybody else who has done it, they probably still love coming back anyway. Every footballer wants to play at Old Trafford because they want to enjoy it. But if you score in the first 15, it is a shit place to be. Sod this. I've got just under 88,000 people staring down at me, and we've just conceded. And with 1-0, you get all of a sudden it doesn't become a place they want to be. It wants to become a place they want to get out of. That's what I want Old Trafford to be again. Get that home advantage. I'm bored of too many people coming to Old Trafford and enjoying themselves. We need a 4-0, someone says down there. We need a win. I mean, I love a 4-0. I'd take a 4-0. I'll run through my prediction in tomorrow's Start 11 video. Siegs, and I'm scared to go to Old Trafford. It's expensive. I think United had the second highest match day revenues of any club behind Real Madrid. Quite a few of you mentioning Harry Wilson down there. Look, Fulham are 7th. They have quality, clearly. They've been a decent team this season. It's not going to be... I can't remember what the result was early this season. Fulham at Craven Cottage. I've got to try and remember what that is. So annoying, man. Fulham, Man United, result. I wouldn't have remembered that. Anyone else remember it? Am I making this up? Have we played them? That was one of the earliest games this season. Yeah, it was. Bloody there. I couldn't even remember that game. Bloody hell. Oh, I remember that goal. Wasn't that goal like left by Delo at the back post and Emil Smith Rowe just kind of like waltzed in on it? Was that it? I think that might have been it. I think so. Oh, that was the game where Bruno spooned the penalty. Yeah, I'm with you now. You're right. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Oh, God, Grimsby. Don't mention Grimsby. I'm going to ban that word. I'm going to ban that word in that chat. Right, there you go, yeah. So I do remember it. So much stuff just goes through your head. It's kind of hard to remember all these things. But anyway, let's wrap up. I'll tell you what today's lunchtime video is going to be about. Having a Cammy moment. It's got sent off. I didn't see it. I've got a smile on my face because I'm really going to enjoy doing this lunchtime video. Thank you, Senny Lammens. That's what it's all going to be, right? He deserves it. He deserves to be credited for how he's changed United's perspective of a goalkeeper very quickly in what is widely renowned as one of the toughest positions in football, being Manchester United's number one. He's done a great job. I want to have a conversation about him in today's lunchtime video, and I think you'll enjoy it too. All right, I'm going to wrap up for today. I apologise. That was a bit, that was a bit crazy. Should be the only day that this happens. I'll send you a photo of the work that's got done because I'm sure you'd all absolutely love that. Anyway, lunchtime video is going to be about Senny. Make sure you check that out. I am going to be here tomorrow morning, live and direct at 10 a.m. Tomorrow, of course, it's going to be the quiz, remember? And it's going to be the map day. Make sure you go on Discord at 6:30. Join in with Nick and Dan. It's going to be a voice chat in there. You can ask them some questions if you want. And I'll see you soon. All right? Much love. Also...
Cunha, Bruno, Luke Shaw, Cunha.
Surfing.